Hi guys, in this video I'm going to cover the content of performance appraisals, which is part of BTEC Business Level 3, Unit 6. What is a performance appraisal? So a performance appraisal is a method by which an employee's performance in a particular role is documented and evaluated. So what is the purpose of a performance appraisal? It's to evaluate individual and group targets. It's the assessment of individual and group performance. It provides employees with feedback, and it's helpful for identifying training needs. Individual and group targets. So appraisals are a means of monitoring employees' performance against targets. An appraisal is used to set targets which relate to the objectives of the business. The targets are shared amongst all employees and depending on their job roles and their job descriptions. The targets will reflect the level of responsibility and the authority of the employee. Some targets may relate to groups of employees for group tasks, and employees will also have their own personal development targets that can lead to further training. Assessment of individual and group performance. So once the targets are set, they are then used to assess the performance of both the group and the individual. The targets will be used to measure how the employees perform. Providing employee feedback. So an appraisal is an opportunity for the manager to provide feedback to those that they are responsible for. An appraisal is a formal event. So the appraisee will be asked to evaluate their performance, and the assessment will then be compared to that of the managers, who's the appraiser. The feedback given must be factual and honest, but it also must be something that's developmental and constructive, looking at both the strengths and weaknesses of the employee. Identifying training needs. The purpose of an appraisal is to appraise the performance of an employee and identify what their training needs are. The appraisee will then identify training to either upskill or reskill the appraisee related to the business objectives. The appraisee will be involved in deciding a training plan for themselves. The type of appraisals. So there's self-assessment, there's management by objectives, rating scales, and 360-degree appraisal. We're going to go through each one of them right now. So self-assessment appraisals. A self-assessment is a type of appraisal where the employee evaluates their own performance against their own job description and their targets. This method can be used in the planning stage for an appraisal, so the appraiser can compare their evaluation with the evaluation of the appraisee. It allows an opportunity for the employee to identify their actions, which might be overlooked by the manager. Management by objectives. So with management by objectives, all parties of management and leadership and employees should be involved in setting objectives. This will benefit all employees, collaboration in objectives, so that they know what they are expected of and how to achieve their goal. What's the management by objectives process? First is to set the goals, then getting managers and subordinates involved, then matching the goals and the resources that are available, then implementing a plan, and then review the objectives and the appraisal of the performance. Rating scales. Rating scales can be used in appraisals to provide a structure for measuring individual characteristics and traits. The ratings on the scale can be numbers or it can be emojis, and then they are used for an employee to measure themselves and their skills on the scale, rate themselves. 360-degree appraisal. So this is where a bigger picture is built of the appraisee so their performance can be evaluated using other sources rather than simply the judgment based mostly on two people's assessment. So this is where feedback will be gathered from an employee's subordinates, their peers, their colleagues, their supervisor, so more people in the organization instead of just having the manager and the appraisee. What's an impact of performance appraisal on the actual individual? So it provides an opportunity for the individual to gain feedback on their own performance and then make suggestions for development. It allows the employees to spend quality time with their managers as well. What's the impact of performance appraisals on the business? So it provides the managers with information on the current situation of the business in relation to their objectives. And without the appraisals, a business cannot monitor the effectiveness of the employee decisions. And using appraisals, decisions can be made about the workforce and how to meet the objectives. If you like this video, then give it a like and subscribe to my channel. If you want updates on videos and resources, then follow my Instagram. If you want short business revision clips, then follow my TikTok. And if you want the PowerPoint to this video, then head over to my test shop, all linked down below in the description.